basically a square treehouse. Doesn't look as cool as the hexagon, but it's less welding, easier welding, less cuts, longer metal, maybe stronger. We'll have to see about that. Maybe an underbar would make it stronger, maybe to connect the pieces. But yeah, so what we're gonna do now is gonna design a railing. So how should the railing look? I guess we'll try the same design as last time. Try and maybe sneak a bench out of it. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I just had a thought. What would be kind of cool is, I don't know, if you almost sat on the ground and hung your legs off and had maybe a table going around or something like on the outside. But let's keep it simple. So start with the pencil. This is all. Let's group it. We're not gonna component it. There's no need until the only reason to component it would be if we make a bunch of these for a bunch of trees, say on a beach, like where you have to redesign a beach bar because you don't want to catch COVID. So yeah, but for now we'll just group it because we only need we're only making one tree house and it's in my garden. Press L for line and let's start drawing. So let's see. We want to design the railing in sections too. We don't want to do any welding in the tree, I'm assuming. We might. I wonder. Obviously, I was thinking about putting the railing up here, but it almost seems as if you'd have to weld it in the tree. So let's not do that. Let's try and have it so. Hold up. I just realized something. Yeah. So what we can actually do is, unlike the hexagon, which we would have had to attach around by putting it into two parts, like two halves, and securing it to the tree, like that, and drilling holes through this 2x metal, this 2-inch square metal. We can actually do something cool with the square design, which will make it easier to install. We can actually remove the piece. So we can put this whole thing in. This will all be welded, all three pieces, and then we'll insert. Once that's sitting up there, we can insert this piece, which will probably be the front and attach to the ladder. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's see if it works. So if that's the case, that's going to be out there. Let's keep that away from us. And then let's weld. So 2 inches. Huh. I'm just thinking while I'm hovering the pen. Yeah, fuck that. Get your square and then click on a point. Go over here. You've got, Actually, that doesn't even work, does it? Because it's clicking to something else. I see. Let's go in here. We're actually in the component now, so this is happening. All right. So 2, comma, space 2, enter. That makes your cube, and then we are just going to double click on that, and let's make that a component unto itself. Enter, and then let's rotate it. Click it and attach it. Boom. Then M, move, pick the top left corner, follow the line, hold shift so you're on that track. On that, holding shift, you're locked in, and then lock it too. And then we're gonna open it up, and then we're gonna build it. So P, push, click, go up, and then 1 apostrophe enter. That has made it 1 foot high. So and if you've seen, since we're building a one component, that's actually going all over the place. That's in every component. So I'm going to escape and take that. Oh, cool. And when it's over there, it's actually quite neatly covering the welds. That'll make it stronger, I think. I'm going to click that. M, and then click on the midpoint. No. What I'm going to do is click the corner, and then control, and then drag all the way over there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks a little weird, but let's just finish and see if it turns out like it makes sense, you know? So we've got this thing, let's go in, let's make another one. So just easy now, top left corner, click, and then, oh, well, no, let's do it with lines because we're on the wrong plane. L, click, and then connect, and then up, and then go all the way around. And then P, click, up 2 inches. And then triple click, and I'm going to make that a component too. And let's see. This is 2 feet 6 and 2 foot 8 inches. I wonder if we're doing this wrong. Yeah, let's see. So move, click here, follow the line. I'm just going to extend it out. Have that be our back piece. And we want to sit comfortably, but not too comfortably, so we'll do 16 inches and maybe say no fatties. No, we'll do 14 inches. And no, we'll do 12 inches out because we're actually going to go in a little and borrow. We're going to borrow from the inside. I think that'll be clever. See what I mean in a second. So that was yeah, 10 inches between. All right, using my line, and what I'm going to do is click on the corner here, and look, it snaps to the red. So I'm just going to try something. I'm going to go 2 feet out just to see what happens. And I'm going to go 2 foot 4 in. So that's 4 inches in from the far corner. I'm going to do that over here as well. 4 inches in. And then I want to connect those. Then if you see what's happening here, I'm just going to zoom in. The bench needs to make sense, so select, push, and then it lets you anchor the point. So I can push, hold shift, one edge, cool. We'll work it out. We'll work it out right now. This is a good time to do this. We'll zoom in. We've just got some overbite there. Zoom in, spacebar to deselect, click it, double click to break it. Now you're in it. Press L for line, click on the intersection. It prompts you, hold shift, go across the whole thing, and then zoom in if you want with 2 fingers, and you can click it right there. Now look what we've done. Separated into 2 surfaces. So we'll click the one that we want to delete, press P, click and drag up. Once it shows you its maximum, you click again and it deletes. So you can repeat that process on the other side. So we're going to delete all these messy lines, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a place as a guide, really. Open it up, drag it. You know what we can do actually? We can even escape, click the sloppy line we made, Control X, delete it, open this up, and then we can go to Edit, Paste in Place. And what it does is it pastes it right where it was copied from. And since the model's exploded there, it'll automatically do that. So that's just a little trick you can do sometimes if you don't want to play with snapping points or anything like that. Using a lot of 2-finger drag. So let's see this thing. Well, the welder might say something about this model, but he also might think it's cool. So we'll see his reactions when we show him. So we've got that line. I'm gonna click anywhere 2 inches off, and then connect to. Connect, hold shift. Yeah. A lot of this is just it's almost like coloring in the lines, you know. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. I must have pressed K. K shows hidden lines. I'm going to press K and turn it off because it's annoying. Alright, got our piece here. Double clicked it. Double click always selects the surface. P, click, and then 2, enter. Most important thing you can do for SketchUp is just remember your numbers and actually just be aware of the distance. Just be aware of your distancing in general, you know. Triple click, make component, boom. And yeah, we can actually rotate that. So I'm gonna click rotate. Let's see, midpoint and component, click, drag out. That's already established the anchor. Click out and drag around origin. Press Control, boop, and 180. See, it snaps to 180 degrees. And then obviously, because I'm bogus at that, it goes down. So you want to press M for move and click on any face and then drag it up 2 inches. All right, cool. So now we've got these independent pieces that can be welded together. Let's clean this up here. Right? That's the same. They're all the same. And we can, from there, I'm going to enter my piece. This is where I am. We're going to connect these at the front. Boom. Boom. Okay. And then that goes out 2 inches. And then we'll want to, you can see the pieces are overlapping, so let's make a nifty little cut here too. Pushing until it deletes. Easy peasy. Oh, and it needs to be done on this side too, but we'll stay right here and do it right here. So, line, connect, P, hover, drag down, delete. And now, it kind of looks like a bench, doesn't it? So, let's see. Cool. So everything is pieces. So we've made 4 quadrants that we can, I guess we can weld them all together, or we can bolt them all together, however we want to do it. But I think it's going to be easiest to weld this one big piece here, unless we're shipping, because I imagine we'll be installing these. Unless, yeah, I mean, there's opportunity for a do-it-yourself project if we can, if we come up with a good way to add fasteners here. It would decrease the welding and increase the do-it-yourself part. But yeah, maybe it'll, yeah, we'll keep that in mind. One design doesn't preclude the other. Let's finish up here and do some supports for this benching. First of all, let's make slats. So in here, I'm going to go across every 12 inches, so 12. Okay. You want to snap it to perpendicular. So, I don't know what that fucking means. Excuse my French. Whenever it happens like this, it's because we're on the wrong axis. So, but we've got 4 parts, so let's try it in this one instead. Okay. So here, and then 12 inches across, and then I'm just going to perpendicular, 2 inches across, perpendicular again. That's 2 again. The Google SketchUp actually remembers your points, so it's going to remember where you're pressing to. And then we're going to attach right here and connect it. Delete the line. Boop. Just double click, make component, enter. And then I'm going to drag and drop it down 2 inches. All right. And just to get this piece out of the way, I'm going to flip it. So rotate, click, click, just make sure the face is right, really, and then control 180, and let's align the edges. And then once you've done that, you can just click the point where it's going to meet the metal, and then snap to it. So drag all the way across. Okay, so we're on the wrong axis, so drag it against the line, I suppose. Parallel to edge outside active. Cool. All right. Always want to inspect, make sure there's no gaps or anything, because the gaps get you sometimes. Like if you're not super vigilant. Oh my fucking hate when that happens. Zoomed out in it. All right. Oh, interesting. I wonder why. So I must have not done that in the component. Just escape. I just copy. I just cut them just now. So let's get in here. Okay. So I'm in there, and then edit, paste in place. Cool. Now let's make some more of these. So let's go 12 inches again. That's the point. 12, and then 2, and then whatever. Let's trim that piece off. 2 again. Boom. Remember your lines, clean them up. You don't need them. Double click, make component. Boom. And then I'm gonna open that up quick and just make it 3D. I actually much prefer playing with 3D. It just makes me feel like I'm working with real materials versus being stuck in virtual reality. All right, now let's just copy and move it down 12 inches at a time until cool. And you really got to move it along the line. That's my bad. Because if you're not snapping to an axis, it can be difficult. So you always need to be guided with something. All right. So we've got a little bit of over there. So we have two options. We can either equalize it and have a little bit more space, or just to avoid the metal, I think we'll just spread it out. So this is a bench. You're not walking on it. So that's 2 inches split out, 2, 5, 6, 2 inches and a little bit. So I'm going to delete that and just move each one over a little bit, but for now, just move them over 1 inch. 1 inch and 1.125. So it splits the difference on. Yeah, that's cool. See, that's how much I'm shifting it, just to split the difference. Obviously, when we're welding, we can equally distribute it. That actually might be strong enough, but I think, let's see. Yeah, that might be strong enough, but just to be a little bit more clever, let's add some more strength. I don't know if we need a triangle. I mean, we'll see. But move one there, and then move another one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's click this. Yeah, I can't help but think it wants one going out like this, like connecting from there to there. Is that possible? Do you think? Yeah, let's do that, and let's see what the welder says. So just gonna good exercise. Click this point. Um, you always want to build with grids. So now that we've got some sort of grid action going, let's click on the middle one. We're on the blue axis. Go down. Connect. Oops. I'm just making a metal bar, right? Basically. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way down actually. Shift. Shift. All right, that's cool. And then drag 2 inches. And then make component, just so it doesn't, mess anything up. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to rotate it and weld. So we want to keep that inside point always connected, I think. Yep. See how the wheel is kind of changing its look. Let's do it over on this one where we have a better north-south. And since it's a component, we can just do this, and one change will distribute. What I guess the change will cascade. Motherfucker. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna rotate it. Click in the middle. And then pick the point. I'm just gonna pick where it intersects and then drag it. So there, it's just going there. You can't help it. And let's actually extend this and see what happens, because sometimes something's not right there. Okay, so we'll do that, and then go in. Yep, and then click that, and now drag it out where it intersects, then chase the line, and then hold shift, and then do that. Okay, cool. There we go. And then I'm gonna open her up. Well, I'm not gonna cut it just yet because it actually looks like it needs to be rotated. How do we want to do this? Click the rotate button, and then click this button, and then connect them. Let's try that one more time. Rotate. I want it to lock to that point, and then I want to click this point, and then and then connect to the edge. I think that's what we want. And then let's open her up, and let's trace along here. And P, and then slice. 2 inches. What? 2 inches. Wonder what's going on there. Let's see if something broke in the model. No, it seems to be good. So that's like one weird cut, but something tells me that that's just helping it, really strengthen up. And then this one isn't a tough cut at all. That's just a straight line. But let's actually double check this angle. So yeah, just finish that up there. let's go to Tools, Protractor, and then let's see what this is. Click, and then click, and then click. 49.4. So it's not a 45. 45 is the strongest, but it kind of, I don't know, I think it looks neat like that. So we're going to leave it and see what the guy says. We'll see what Mr. McLeod from Jamaica says. Oh, well, that's funny. I didn't even make that in the middle. Okay, so click it, and then we'll drag it from this point because that's where it's vertical. Drag it all the way along, and then center it right there. And then we want to do with these, move that there, move that there. I wonder if they're necessary. Let's see what Sammy says. I'm going to delete them for now. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's stronger. Maybe I'll just replicate these. So let's see how that looks. Grab that one, grab the point, Control for copy, and then drag over there, and then do the reverse. Click the middle one, and then point, Control for copy, and then duplicate. Okay. What do you think? This, I actually think it looks better than the other one now. I don't know how to get rid of those lines. Strange. Where are those lines even coming from? So the question on everyone's minds now is if we look at this, connect these guys. Let's stick it around the tree and see how it looks. It's a lot bigger. It's pretty crazy, actually. Wow. We'll have to calculate the weight of this thing. That's gonna be. what is it, like a fucking car? Because clearly this is something. It now looks like something where you might want 4 people at least up there, right? I mean, or at least 3 at once. Yeah, we'll have to do a materials cost for the 2 models. This one's definitely more on metal, although I'm sure you could shrink it. But this one's more on cuts, so I'm not sure which one is more expensive. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Certainly worth getting a quote up and seeing how we do it. We've decided to switch to iron instead of aluminum because it's just cheaper, and we think it'll be fine once we paint it because we want to offer custom colors. But yeah, on I'm going to take off for now, and then when I come back, we'll deal with the safety rail, and we'll deal with the ladder and actually how to attach this thing. So I'll open it up next time. Thanks for watching.